I am called Mounds, though no human ever bothered to ask me. The name came from the way I sit still as a pile of shadow, watching, waiting. Names don't matter much to cats anyway. Hunger does, smell does, routine does. Every night, when the moon slid between the buildings like a dull coin, I went to the pizza shop on Callow Street. Uncle Marco, round, loud, kind, always left scraps by the back door. "Hey, Mounds," he used to say. "You're late." Pepperoni crusts, sometimes sausage, always warm, always alive, until tonight. The alley smelled wrong before I even reached the door. Not rot, not garbage, something sharper, metallic. The kind of smell that clings to the back of your throat and makes your whiskers twitch. The back door was cracked open. That never happened before. I slipped inside. The shop was dark. The ovens were cold. But I still smelled burning, not heat, memory. Chairs were stacked. Shadows leaned where people should have been. Then I saw him. Uncle Marco, on the floor behind the counter, arms twisted in a way no sleeping man would choose. I padded closer. My paws made no sound. They never do. I jumped onto his chest, light as breath, the way I always did when he laughed and scratched behind my ears. I pressed my nose to his face. No warmth, no breath, no soul. Gone. When I leapt down, my back paw slid. Warm, sticky, already cooling at the edges. It glued my fur together and smelled like pennies left in rain. Old metal, old pain. I looked down and saw my fur darkened with his blood, still whispering. Blood tells stories if you listen. This one screamed. A noise outside snapped my ears forward. Footsteps. Fast. Uneven. I bolted through the door and into the alley just in time to see a man dressed in black moving away from me. He ran, but not like prey runs. This was controlled. Purposeful. His face was hidden behind a black mask. He was running toward the side street. Humans think cats follow curiosity. That's a lie. We follow balances. When something tips too far, we feel it in our bones. I followed him. The alley stretched long and narrow. Trash bags breathed softly in the dark. The man glanced back. Our eyes met. He slowed. That was his mistake. The thing clinging to him like a second shadow. Too tall. Too thin. Its limbs bent where no joint should exist. Its spine curved twice before deciding which way was forward. It didn't touch the ground. Its shadow arrived before it did. It rode him. The man ran faster, so did I. At the mouth of the side street he tripped. His body hit the pavement, and everything stopped. No footsteps, no cars, no sirens. Even the rats went quiet. The thing peeled away from his back like smoke learning how to stand. It turned toward me. Cats see what leaks through. But it knew me. Its mouth stretched wider than the alley. I heard Uncle Marco's last breath inside it. I hissed. The thing recoiled. The man scrambled up and ran again, screaming now. I followed. Not because I wanted to, because something else wanted me to. "You're doing well," it whispered inside me. One breath, one shadow. Why wait? I ignored it. For now. He ducked into an abandoned loading bay. I slipped in after him. He collapsed against the door. "I did what you wanted," he whispered. "I did it. Just leave me alone." His voice shook. "Please, Evan Pike." That was his name. The thing slid off his back. It unfolded wrong. Legs growing where none should exist, joints clicking into places bones were never meant to go. It stood and kept standing until its head brushed the ceiling. Then its shadow stood too, a second later. "You fed," it said, but you did not finish. "I did enough," Evan Pike sobbed. "You said one would be enough." A lie. I smelled it. "He was a gatekeeper," it said, "not the door." My fur rose. The shadow brushed my paws. It burned. "Oh," it whispered, "you can see." "It's just a cat," Evan screamed. "No," it laughed. "That one watches between." It lunged. I ran. Reality warped. Walls stretched. Exits slid away. It chased me with certainty. Every path returned me to the pizza shop. Inside, Uncle Marco's body lay, but his spirit stood beside it. "Mounds," he said gently, "you came back." I rubbed against him. My whiskers passed through. "I tried to keep it fed," he whispered. "You failed," the thing said. "I held the line," Uncle Marco replied. "That's not failure." Evan collapsed. "I didn't know." "You killed me for nothing," Marco said. "I was hungry." The thing laughed. I understood. It was hunger given shape, fed by guilt, by blood, by desperation. Marco had kept it small. Until tonight. "You, carry me," it demanded. I hissed. Mirrors cracked. "I wondered when it would notice you," Marco smiled. "Choose," it said. "Carry me, or let me roam." I stepped forward. It poured into me. Ice, fire, glass. My heartbeat split. One mine, one not. I screamed between worlds. When it ended, I sat where I always sat. Small, black, ordinary. Marco faded, smiling. Now I walk the alleys. I still get my supper. And when killers run, I follow. By morning, they found Evan Pike folded into himself. Wedding ring twisted, eyes burned black, mouth frozen open. They called it a heart attack. The city likes to sleep. I hunted monsters. I rationed the hunger. But hunger whispers. Why not more? Sometimes, after I fed the hunger, I saw faces in puddles, watching, never blinking. Then she appeared, rain-soaked, unafraid, watching me. "Come here," she said. "Easy, Mounds." No one had said my name in months. Evelyn found me. She wasn't afraid. She knew what I became. Her hand touched my fur. The hunger went quiet, not gone, contained. Evelyn stopped walking. "Mounds," she whispered. The air had thickened, not fog, pressure, like the world was holding its breath. Then every sound died. No cars, no wind, no insects. Silence fell. It rose from the far end of the street, not walking, unfolding, pulling itself out of shadows that should not touch. Faces drifted inside it. Thousands, all screaming, all unfinished, all being eaten. The thing inside me trembled. The first hunger. The soul. Well, the mouth without end. Something ancient. It spoke inside my bones. "You carry my scrap. Return it." Every face inside it reached toward us, not with hands, with memories, with regret, with last words. I felt them brush my mind. People begging, people apologizing, people realizing too late. Evelyn dropped to one knee. "Oh God, no," I said. "Worse." She pulled a vial from her coat. Dark liquid, moving. "What is that?" I asked. "My blood," she said, "mixed with binding rites." The first hunger recoiled. It remembered cages. The first hunger opened. A pit, not a mouth. A place where souls fell and never returned. I smelled childhoods, weddings, last breaths, all dissolving. The hunger inside me screamed. "We are crumbs. Run!" "No," I told it. "We stand." I stepped forward. My shadow rose with me. Tall, sharp, burning. Every monster I'd taken stood inside it, waiting. It struck. A wave of stolen lives crashed into me. I saw deaths, fires, hospitals, basements, alone, forgotten. Pain split me open. But I held. Evelyn shattered the vial. Blood burned across the pavement. Symbols flared. A net of old names. A soul trap. "Now!" she cried. I leapt, not through air, through fear, into the pit, into screaming memory, into endless hunger. It tried to swallow me. I swallowed it first. Not flesh, need, not shadow, want. I bit into its craving. And it broke. The first hunger folded inward. Screams collapsed, faces faded, 1,000 stolen lives slipping free. It shrank, smaller, smaller, until it fit. Inside me, I fell. Evelyn caught me. The street breathed again. Cars passed. People walked, unknowing. Inside me something had changed. 2 hungers now. One learned mercy, one learned fear, both listening. Evelyn knelt beside me. "You're not just a hunter anymore," she said. "What am I?" I asked. She smiled weakly. "A gate. I am Mounds. I hunt monsters, and I am no longer alone. Together we hunted. Not everyone died. Some confessed. Some vanished. Humans think hunger is simple. Food, money, love, power, attention, more, always more. They don't notice when it changes shape, when wanting becomes needing, when needing becomes taking, when taking becomes destroying. They tell themselves it's harmless, temporary, deserved. That's how Evan Pike happened. That's how the first hunger grew. That's how monsters are born quietly in ordinary hearts long before they ever wear shadows. I walk the alleys now to watch for that moment, the instant when hunger stops being empty and starts being alive. Because if no one stands there, something else always will. Thank you for staying until the end of this story. If it haunted you, moved you, or lingered in your thoughts longer than you expected, then this story has found its place. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more supernatural narratives like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. New stories will continue to unfold here, where restless spirits and unfinished lives still linger. Until next time, listen closely. The past has a way of whispering back,